Welcome in, Renegades. Sorry for being late. I was just on the dating app and I got kind of involved in like messaging somebody, so sorry about that. But we are going to have a big video today. I found some crazy evidence of if the internet computer is a good long-term crypto and why the internet computer is shocking crypto, because it is doing better than 55% of the cryptos for a long-term hold. And that is talking about like the top tier cryptos and everything like that. So we have a big video. I do want to talk a minute before we get started. I want to wish you all a happy holiday season. New Year's coming. Hopefully you find somebody to kiss on New Year's. That's my goal right now. ICP is pumping. So the cool thing is we are in the middle of a Santa rally, and what we like to see before a Santa rally starts is a big move to the downside. That means the whales are selling off their tokens or shorting the market, whatever whales do, to push the price down. And that means they're going to accumulate at those prices where it pushes it down. I believe we saw an 860 or something like that. And we saw like some $8 good dollar cost averaging opportunities in that area. So thank you guys for being here. I do want to let you know on the 1st of January, I was going to do my end of year video kind of right before the end of the year, but I looked and all the dates just don't line up with the good end of the year video. So I'm going to do it on January 1st. We're going to recap everything from 2023, which is a lot of big things. It's going to take me a while to get ready for that video. Normally it takes me like an hour or two to research and find some cool things to talk about. But that's going to take like a full day, just going back and looking at everything that happened this year. So thank you guys for all the comments here. El Chingon, my guy, is here. Just forfeit. Another one of my people. And a new person, 808 Bear. Hello, everyone. I may or may not have bought another ICP, 100 plus of ICP today. See, you should have got that the other day, but it did. We'll look at what the low price is. And this is why when I set those levels at the end, we're going to talk about news. It's kind of like I divide my show into like news and then chart and price action after that, like two different parts. But we're going to talk about those levels and why they're important to get buy orders a couple cents above them so you don't miss out. But yeah, 100 plus ICP, smart. I'm earning it all the time in the NNS, so it's really cool. ICP should be doing retests at 1190. I agree. And hopefully break out to next resistance at 1415. So 14,515. So I do agree with that because that is the big area of all the intersecting indicators. So very, very astute of you there, Rock Acid. Thank you. Welcome to the channel as a recurring member. So thank you. Today should be ICP day. Hey, may the force be with ICP. That is actually a good idea. We should dedicate one day a year during Genesis launch, and we should make it like an ICP celebration day, and we should celebrate every year on ICP day, the independence of the centralized system. We are striking our independence right now from the centralized AWS monopolized system. So let's go ICP. Gold DAO, I heard it went down a lot after the SNS launch, but that's what you can expect when you have millions and millions of dollars going in there in the short term. Because what do rich people do? And if you watch my channel, I'm not a short-term investor guy. I will show you the good prices where it's going to go, but my big bags are all long-term, and you're going to see why in this episode. But if you're holding Gold DAO or the Gold RWA, token, then you are going to be beneficial to be long-term. This isn't financial advice. You can do whatever you want, but if you want to make money, that's probably how you're going to do it. And welcome to Bitcoin Renegade. Smash that like, subscribe too. We're trying to get, right now we're on track to almost 100,000 subscribers in 5 years. It went up from 30,000 just a couple of months ago. That's because the price, went up. But if you guys subscribe and we get to like, 4,000 pretty soon, that's going to change to 100,000. Smash that like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And, we'll just ride this wave together. ICP 30%. So we're waiting for a big blast off. And we have a big indicator that can tell us when we are going to blast off from that level. And it's right at that $12 range. That is the level that I'm watching for the major move, like you said, to about 14, 15. We could see a pretty parabolic movement coming in. We're going to go parabolic until about $26. I mean, you could say all the way to 500, but anyway, Icp pumping. All right, 10 to 15x. That is possible. Like, if we can smash through these levels with that big 500 million, if we get $1 billion in volume, we could see a $20 ICP, honestly, like in the next couple of months. But that depends on that big amount of volume. Sorry, I'm not shaving everything. I had to work today, and then I was trying to get on a dating app so I can meet someone for New Year's, and we'll just see how everything goes, man. But let's get into some news. That's my goal, not to be alone on New Year's this year. We'll see. We'll see. I'm pretty picky, though. That's my problem. Super picky. Super picky. All right. Let's get into the big news of the day, because if you've been watching the channel, this is huge. Okay, we invested in the TRAX SNS launch. It was successful. They reached their minimum goal, and it looks like the price has already gone up, because if we looked at this before, now one ICP is 524, and if we looked, I think it went up already. I could be wrong about that, but I think I had like 170 some, and it was only like a couple bucks. So I think it went up because ICP went up too. So we'll see what that looks like now. But they have their TRAX tokens now live on Toniq. Get in the vibe and start swapping. So they have liquidity, $196,000 in liquidity put on Toniq now, 5.73 million TRAX tokens and 10.91 thousand ICP. That's massive, massive liquidity. So yeah, we made a good investment. They're putting their money where their mouth is. We'll see, how big this music platform gets. I'm really excited to, see that. And I'm actually I'm going to be talking with these guys to see if we can't integrate some of their music into our NFT collection. And so we won't release the rare NFTs again, but we might actually try to add music to the uncommon and common ones, so they make, some of them rare as well on the next collection. So if there's a way to integrate, because I still have the whole collection saved on my computer, we could integrate music with our MP4 video 3D NFT, and that way you could listen to music, and then when you play the game, that song that you have on the NFT would play, and maybe you could like interchange the music or something. Like the sky's the limit. But I'm going to talk to those guys about that and see if it's possible. You're getting like, a spoiler alert here, because I haven't even talked to them yet, but we'll see. Maybe there's something possible there. But yeah, you can trade on Toniq right now. Let's actually go to Toniq. Toniq, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Toniq, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Launch the app, please, sir. Let's go look at this liquidity. Let's look at the liquidity. It's got to connect my plug real quick. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, if you guys could share this somewhere too, that would help. If you could put it like somewhere on open chat or why is it not connecting my plug wallet? All right. We can just look at liquidity, hopefully. Liquidity. View liquidity positions. Hold on. Okay, activity. I don't really use this one that much, so bear with me here. You'd think it would be in liquidity, create position, add liquidity. Where are the liquidity pools over here? Okay, hold on. Man, I want to look at the liquidity pools. This is the Boots LBP. Where's the LP? Anybody in the chat know where the LP is? Okay, well, let's look at this tweet again. Hold on. How did they get? I think that's just what they put in. I don't know if you can look at that's something I need to find out how to look at the liquidity. I've looked so many times and I've never been able to find where the damn liquidity is. Uh, Jeez. Anybody in the chat know? Hold on, let's go back look at the chat, guys. Let me know where is the liquidity. I don't get this. If ICP moves up faster than TRAX, won't it be worse off holding TRAX tokens? Because if we swap TRAX tokens for ICP, we may get less ICP quantity. So that's a very good point. And I'm gonna have to ask one of the Sonic guys. I do know, some of the guys that are the developers and stuff, the team behind Sonic. I haven't talked to them for a while, but I will ask them where that liquidity is because I've looked everywhere. I cannot find where their liquidity pools because on ICP Swap you can just go look at all the liquidity and the tokens and everything. So I'm not sure what to do on some, but you can add liquidity, you can trade tokens. Like it's still a great thing. I just don't know where that is. So, but this he says one thing I don't get. So we said this right. So basically, if ICP moves up faster, it doesn't matter. Because whether you're holding ICP or TRAX tokens, they're going to increase in the same amount of monetary value. Now, if ICP goes up faster than TRAX tokens, it still doesn't matter because when you trade the TRAX tokens back for ICP, you'll get the same monetary value. Now, if you just held the ICP to begin with and ICP went up higher, then that's a risk that you're going to have to, always take. But that isn't necessarily a bad thing because what if ICP goes down too? There's always that side of it. So that is definitely a risk worth taking. That's why you only put a certain amount of money into a layer 2 token like, TRAX. You have to understand crypto in order to understand how to trade these things. You put a lot of money into ICP and you put a percentage of what you would put into ICP into TRAX tokens so that if you trade it for TRAX tokens, ICP goes up, you're still making money and you get more monetary value because TRAX goes up too. But if ICP goes down, you are gaining money and ICP. So it all depends if you're trying to gain more ICP, if you're trying to gain more money. And so you have to have that plan before you even get in the token and understand that I only put a small part of my capital into these kind of tokens that could really gain a lot, or you could, not get quite as much ICP. So those are the kind of things. Cool. Liquidity pool of TRAX. Sweet. Let me see. Let me see how I would do this here. Let's see. Can I copy this? Hold on. No, I can't. Okay, that's the liquidity pool. Hold up. Dang. I guess I can go to YouTube and go into this video and do that real quick. Didn't really want to have to do that, but okay, hold up. Okay, hold up. Okay, my channel right here. Give me just 1 second so that I can get in this liquidity pool thing. Okay, how do I? Nope. Stop. Okay, and right here. Hey. Okay, cool. So here's the liquidity. Thank you, Amar. You are a boss for that. The boss. So here we go. Thank you. I don't know how to get over here. Data.sonic. Okay, well, it looks like 201,000. It's gone up. LP reward is more than doubled. So this is cool. This is great. Lots of liquid. 270, 444. Yeah, boom. And that's the volume, 3,000. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Fees, $10, 3,000. Okay, this is great. You can see what people are doing. They are swapping ICP for TRAX tokens. They're swapping TRAX tokens for ICP, 10 ICP for TRAX. Nice. So there's a lot of trading going back and forth right here. Pretty cool. 5 hours, 4 hours. Nice. So 522. Let's see what it said over here. 525. So you get less TRAX tokens per ICP. That means the price of TRAX tokens went up compared to ICP. You get less TRAX tokens for one ICP now. That means the price of TRAX has gone up against it. So the question you were asking, is it better to buy TRAX or ICP? Well, TRAX is going up faster than ICP right now, is what that looks like. You would get more if the price of ICP went higher than TRAX. It would be like 530 or 528 or so. So that's good. It is actually going up faster than ICP too. And the volume liquidity, they just, you know, had their SNS launch, the DAO. This is what we want to see from a project that we invest in. Perfect. All right. So expert data. We need some expert data on ckETH Ethereum, because I know we've talked about it a couple times on the channel. We're going to talk about it more because they have they've only started with what is going to happen with ckETH. And a lot of this, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to need to get with a developer and figure out exactly how I am supposed to turn Ethereum into ckETH. For now, you guys can get it on ICP Swap and Toniq, and possibly ICDEX, check IC Lighthouse, Infinity Swap. All of those places you can possibly get ckETH without turning Ethereum. You could turn ICP into ckETH or tokens or whatever. But I am going to figure this out, how to turn ckETH. It looks like you need to code, and I don't really. I'm smart enough to be able to code, but I just haven't been taught, so I need to be taught. How does ckETH work? Well, ckETH is the digital twin of ETH on ICP. Ethereum holders can acquire ckETH using these 4 easy steps. And this is how you code it. So we're going to talk about this, but I really encourage you, unless you know how to code, and if you do know how to do this, let us know in the chat. It seems like they forgot to tell us where to do this at because they figured that you already know if you code. So anyway, deposit your ETH. Ethereum holders can deposit Ether to deposit function. Okay. What do you mean deposit function? Okay, so you deposit in the deposit function in the ckETH helper contract. Where's the ckETH helper contract on Ethereum? Where do we find that at? That's what I don't understand this, but this is what you would do. Okay, I'm just going to explain it to you, and then I'll tell you why it doesn't make sense. But if you code, it will. If you know where the ckETH helper contract on Ethereum is, you're smarter than me. And okay, so Ethereum holders can deposit Ether to deposit function in the ckETH helper contract on Ethereum and specify their ICP principal or wallet address where they want their minted ckETH to appear. Sounds pretty simple. I mean, I could do this if I knew exactly where this deposit function in the ckETH helper contract on Ethereum was and what to do. So, but mint ckETH, the ICP ckETH canister smart contract will then mint the same amount of ckETH to the indicated ICP principal or wallet address. So you're going to mint Ethereum. So what it's going to do is lock the Ethereum up, and then it's going to mint ckETH. And then when you go back to Ethereum, it's going to lock in a smart contract or whatever. And then I don't exactly know what they do with it if you never go back to Ethereum. Does it just completely trade that for ICP? See, these are things we need to ask Dominic Williams that only he would know, or a developer. So we're gonna do our best to get people on the channel. Hopefully we'll have Tom Stewart from TRAX on the channel to answer more questions about TRAX and all of the things happening there. But we're gonna have Dominic on the channel one day. If you smash that like, we get to like 3,000 likes, he'll have no choice but to say yes. So, but you do get your Ethereum to move to ckETH to the indicated ICP principal or wallet address that you put here. You can use the ckETH. The ICP principal or wallet address can now use ckETH natively on the internet computer. So you basically just traded Ethereum for internet computer. Now, if you go over here to Toniq, which this is going to be a very good point, you can just go buy it over here, trade your ICP directly across for ckETH. So you don't even have to have Ethereum to do it. That's just another way. If you want to interact directly from the Ethereum virtual machine and have an address on Ethereum and interact on ICP with ckETH, that's how you do that. It's kind of complicated, but I'm going to get a developer hopefully to come dumb it down and explain it a little bit better for us on here. But I wanted to show you that functionality of this. So why ckETH though? Because there's no need for bridges. The way that this functionality works, that you basically code it into the HTTP outcall through a canister smart contracts that, you know, and it uses threshold signing in order to make your stuff safe. It's just really complicated, but very easy. It's just a bridge that doesn't have a third party that controls it. It's completely controlled by smart contracts. So it's a wrap token, but not a wrap token. It's an integrated wrap token because it is on another blockchain. So basically non-existent transaction fees, way lower transaction fees. You can manage an Ethereum wallet directly in an ICP canister smart contract using threshold ECPSA signing. And the Internet Computer is the only blockchain that I know of that can do HTTPS outcalls, which is just your internet browser connected into the blockchain now. So that's pretty huge. That means that the internet can be built on the blockchain, and that means that crypto can be integrated directly with the new internet Web3. So the new internet can have just crypto directly integrated with it. Instead of changing the traditional Web2 system to crypto, just make everything on the blockchain. It's going to be beautiful. This is what we're doing. So, and then you can look at the data if you want here. I will link this post in the, let's see, can I do that? No, it didn't let me do that. Okay, well, let me just link this over here because this is a good article. This really, and if you want to, if you know exactly where that, you know, Ethereum doohickey is, God, that made me sound hella dumb. That's funny though. I like that because I'm not, but that's cool. Anyway, where is it? What was it called? The right here. The Ethereum helper contract. Helper contract. That's what that is. All right. So WebAssembly and the Internet Computer is revolutionizing blockchain applications. This is what I was talking about just a minute ago with the HTTPS outcalls. You can now use WASM on the Internet Computer. I mean, you've always really been able to for a while, but what I'm saying is now not only Web2 can use the WebAssembly feature, which you're going to see is huge in the evolution of the traditional Web2 infrastructure that we now have today. So the world of blockchain is evolving, and at the forefront of this evolution is the Internet Computer, powered by the Dfinity Foundation. A key player in transforming in this transformation is WebAssembly, WASM, a technology that's changing how we think about blockchain applications. So WebAssembly is the game changer. WebAssembly, commonly known as WASM, is not just any virtual machine. Now, Ethereum, virtual machine, right? Internet Computer is directly a sister network with Ethereum because it can run on the same virtual machine network. And the Internet Computer can integrate this WebAssembly into their protocol, which takes Web2 infrastructure and builds it on the blockchain. We can have Web3 as a Web2 infrastructure, and that's the way Web3 is going to be. It's a powerhouse designed for executing code with near native performance. Launched in 2015 by major tech giants like Apple, Google, and Microsoft, WASM was initially aimed at running untrusted code on the web safely and efficiently. Fast forward to today, and it's become a vital part of the Internet Computer's architecture. The Internet Computer's adoption of WebAssembly. Recognizing the potential of WebAssembly early on, the Internet Computer integrated into its core. This integration allows the platform to host large-scale, high-performance decentralized applications. The beauty of WebAssembly lies in its versatility and support for a wide range of programming languages, making it accessible to a broader developer community. And like I was saying, you know, this is what separates the Internet Computer, like one of the many things, but this is one of the biggest things that separates the Internet Computer from every other blockchain, is being able to use these kind of core features at their center, right? So that's pretty important. The role of WebAssembly in application development. On the internet computer, application development starts with choosing a programming language supported by WebAssembly. Currently, developers can use languages like Motoko, Python, TypeScript, and Rust. The process involves writing code, compiling it into a WebAssembly binary, and then deploying it as a canister or enhanced smart contract on the internet computer. So the technical brilliancy of WebAssembly, you can read all of this, but I do want to go over an EVM. When compared to Ethereum's virtual machine, WebAssembly stands out for its general purpose nature and performance. It's more expressive and can theoretically emulate EVM, offering a broader range of applications and supporting mainstream programming languages, which is crazy because I don't know if EVM can actually support mainstream programming languages, like Python, TypeScript, and Rust, or, just stuff like that. So this is what is going to make the internet computer 25x to $250. This kind of thing. All the ICP hubs all over the world. We're going to go over, in our January 1st video of the recap of 2023, all of the things that make the internet computer the absolute blockchain to watch. And it's still undervalued at almost $5 billion market cap. So that's what I have to say about that. For real. I'm just happy, that I did my research on this crypto for so long. Jerry said he did like 100 hours of research or something. I've done way more than that. Not like comparing. I'm just saying, like, over time, I've done, thousands of hours of research on the internet computer. But this is hot or not. I like Rishi. He's a good guy. And for the community, good dude for the community. But what I don't like is the way they don't filter. Like, we don't want to just see boobs all the time. If we want to see boobs, we'll want to go see boobs. Okay, but Hot or Not needs to figure out a way to have maybe an adult section where it's only adults, and like put that into the DAO where they only allow adult content in the adult platform part of it, and then just have the regular content everywhere else, so we can choose whether we want to see that kind of stuff in our feed or not. As adults, we should be able to choose that and not be enforced. So if they can do that, I'm 100% behind Hot or Not. I really think that needs to be something that's voted on in the community. So if you hold Hot or Not tokens, you might be able to, propose something, or maybe, I could propose something, talk to Rishi or something, and get something going where we can, make this an app that everybody wants to be on, because it's fire. Everything about it's fire except for that. I think it has the capability to be, a real Web3 TikTok. But right now, people are just kind of tired of looking at, dirty pictures and ugly boobs, so maybe that's one reason I don't think they have done as well as they could have, but I think this is a great project. I believe in it. I want Hot or Not tokens. I'd love to partner with these guys one day, but they need to get that, figured out. And then I think it'll make the DApp a lot better. I think most of you will agree with me on that. So Hot or Not rebrand Rumble competition is here. So the cool part is, when they rebrand, they should also come out with a separate feature for the adult section on there. This would be the perfect time when they're rebranding, because they can be like, okay, we've heard your feedback, and we would like to improve the features to make it friendly for everybody. Because not everybody wants to see that every time they open the app. And that's what I see every time I open the app. So step up for Hot or Not rebrand Rumble. It's your opportunity to influence our brand's evolution. We're on the hunt for a new, captivating name that embodies our platform's dynamic essence. How to join? Follow us, like, and retweet this post. Think of a name that you think is perfect. Complete your entry by filling this form. So you can fill out this form. Our judges will pick the winner, with the suggestion of having the chance to become our new brand identity. So you can choose the new name. We could say No Titties. Wait, did somebody already say? I think somebody already said that. Oh, this is what they said. I'm not going to repeat that, but you can read what they said. Where you cater exclusively to breasts of both genders, and people vote on how shitty they are. That no hate on Hot or Not, but man, that was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, nobody wants to see that. We want to go over there and like post our content and market our stuff and have fun with our friends. We don't necessarily want to see that all the time. Just saying. But yeah, peace. My soul NFT on Discover. Wait. Okay, well, let's go do that. I'm down the homies Discover. Let's go to Discover real quick. DSCVR1 Discover. Let's go. All right. Well, let me just put you over here for a minute. Log in. Identity. Let's go. Okay, so it looks like over here on Discover, let's see here if we got an NFT. Discover NFT. Dang, 901 notifications. I need to go to Discover more. Let's go to the wallet. I think you have to go to profile first. At least on my phone you do. Then you go to wallet because it doesn't show up sometimes. I don't know. Maybe it's just on my phone. My phone sucks sometimes. Now I'll go to wallet. Wallet. So there's a Solana NFT. How do you claim it? Is it going to go to the wallet? Oh, hurry at the wallet. All right. So it looks like I got I got 0.1 SNS. That's like $300. Is that mine? Huh, weird. I don't know if I got one, bro. SNS1, CK Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look like I have any NFTs. How do you claim it? How do you claim it, man? What are you saying claim? Open the box. Oh, it's an error. So you say best of 2023. I'm gonna have to do this again. Hey, now I gotta go to this video. I wish they'd make an easier way to do that. Okay. Stop. Smash that like button, guys. There's not enough likes. I'm just kidding. Thank you for all your likes. So I'm so tired today, guys. Best of 2023. Hey, loot box. Open. Did it not open? Oh, you have to have a Solana wallet. I don't know how to. Okay, we'll do that at another time. I think. God, I got to figure that out. You should have told me that first. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going now. So this is the indication I was telling you about. Why this whole video is about this right here. So I want to show you. So the internet computer receives an average long-term technical score of 55 from Invest Observer Analysis. Our proprietary scoring system considers the trading patterns over the past several months to a year by analyzing the token's consistency, volatility, and where it's relative to long-term averages to determine whether it's a strong buy and hold investment opportunity. Currently, ICP holds a superior long-term technical analysis score, more than 55% of cryptocurrencies. Long-term investors employing a buy and hold strategy will find the long-term rank especially relevant when allocating their assets. Let's see, you guys are with me here. Okay. I just want to make sure that I didn't mess up somewhere. Okay. Let's see, allocating their assets and may find additional value finding cryptos with a high short-term technical score to discover tokens that have bottomed out. So it gave it a score of 55, it looks like, which is better than a lot of the other cryptos. Now, this is the very important part. And this is where it breaks it down to tell you exactly why it gets such a high long term. And this is what I've been telling you the whole time. And now there's articles proving what that I've been telling you guys over the past 2 years. The internet computer is not just a good short-term buy. You can ride it, all the way up to $10. I told you we might go to $10 again because the price just fluctuates like that. But also a very good long-term, because we're going to see $100, $200, by 2025, in my opinion. Not financial or trading advice. ICP is currently $4.38 or 95.92% above its 100-day moving average price of $4.57, with its current price of $8. That was when it was at $8.95. Mind you. So we're more than that above it now. Meanwhile, Internet Computer is $6.09, negative 71.62% above. I don't know if they meant to do that, but above its 52-week low price of $2.86 and negative 284 or 8.9% below its 52-week high of $11.79. The current price relative to its moving average and 52-week high and low leads to an average long-term technical score of 55. Trends for the long-term trading history of the Internet Computer suggest that traders are currently neutral on the token. Internet Computer currently has a total market cap of $4 billion at $9. We're almost, higher than that now. To go along with its average daily volume of $1 billion worth of the currency over the past 7 days. Over $1 billion this week. That's a nice weekly volume. ICP's volume is below its 7-day average as of the past 24 hours, and it's probably moved up now at 113 million. Exchanged in that period. The token subclass, art, collectibles, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs, are units of data stored on a digital ledger that use blockchain technology to authenticate and verify ownership. They often take the form of photos, videos, audio, and other representation of real-world items. This category also includes other tokens that are used in buying, selling, or collecting of art or certain other digital goods. Technical analysis of Internet Computer over the past year results in the crypto receiving an average long-term technical score of 55, as its price movement in that time has given traders reason to be neutral on the token in the long term. That is what they say, neutral, but it is above 55% of the other cryptocurrencies, and they are a little bit biased with the data because the FTX SBF debacle and all of the fudding that happened. So if you take that into consideration, I never just use trading or indicators or technical analysis. I always pair them together and see what I come up with, because one piece of evidence is incriminating, but when you have 5 pieces of evidence, it's a slam dunk. So that's what I like to say. Now, anyway, let's go look at the price. It looks like we are at $9.75. It does look like that volume went up. We're still in the top 100 in the last 24 hours, 132 million volume, $4.4 billion market cap. So we've gone up over $400 million since this was created, not even that long ago. And so this is all very, very interesting. And if you would like to see this, I will link this in the chat. Oh, copy. This is very important if you see it for sure. So definitely get over there and check this out. We'll do that on another one. I got to get a Solana wallet though. That's the thing on that. Let's look at the CFGI though. This is what's going to give us, and then we'll go and look at the charts, and I'll give you some good price targets and everything. But over the last 4 hours, we are in extreme greed. So the long-term trading, that they're not even taking into account the bear market and the bull market, the Bitcoin halving. It's just going straight off of technical indicators over the last year, and we have gone down for most of the year and only gone up for 3 months, and it is more than our favor on the neutral side. So think of it in a whole complete narrative. But on the short term, we're really good on, everything. The price score is neutral because we keep moving from like 8 to 10, 11, 8, 11, but that's a lot of money you can make from 8 to 11. Volatility positive, volume positive, impulse positive, technical neutral. Of course, that's what every technical is saying right now, because the technicals need to catch up with the price. Very positive, everything else. Whales positive. This is good on the 4 hour. The whales are pumping the price now. They got in and they don't want to take their profits yet. So, and they'll decide when we move above that $12 range, you'll see. So on the hour, we're looking pretty good on everything. The technicals neutral again. Search whales positive though on the shorter term. So let's look at the 15-minute. Extreme greed on both of those so far. And if we look at the smaller time frame, we can really get an idea. Okay, so it does look like we've reached the apex of our movement right now. No, I'm just kidding. But in the 15-minute, a little bit of selling going on, and we'll look at why that is. I think it's because if you saw over here, we had this, kind of big spike over here to $10, tested that area, and then boom. So that is probably why on the shorter term that we're looking a little bit, like we're gonna be fearful. But this is nothing on the 1 hour. We're looking good on the 15. We're looking good on the hour, the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily with the bad day we had and the recovery. So we'll see. This is going to be neutral, I bet, mostly. So volatility negative, which means we're super volatile today. On that, just a lot of volatility down to $8 back the daily. Volume, there's not enough volume to sustain a breakout to that $12 yet. That's the thing. We need more volume to go up there. And if we get that volume, you watch this volume, you see this go up to 300-400 million. We're going to see a breakout of 10, maybe $12 to go to 500-600 million. We're going to see maybe a breakout of $12. That's what I'm looking for. Big volume, big, massive amounts of volume. That is what is going to move us to the upside. Impulse, people they're not really getting in under impulse, which means they're not buying at $10. When it just pumped up to this $10 level, people aren't buying it as much because there's not as much impulse because of the momentum, right? So we got to look at that momentum, impulse. Those go together very, very much. So now let's get into these levels we're going to go right here. So I do want to show you that we did, yes! Dude, we just broke out of my falling wedge pattern. This is why I left this up here so you guys can see 29 watching. Let's get 29 likes. And so I just want to show you this because before we went live, this was actually testing this area right here. We had just broken up of the EMA 21 at $9.27 when I went live, or actually when I was making, getting ready for the video. I don't know if it's right when I went live, but somewhere between 4 and 6. It started breaking out of this level. If we look, this is the 4 hour chart. So yeah, it was, looks like 5 o'clock is when this candle started. Maybe it was 4. I'm not sure if we have daylight saving time yet. If it's that, then it's 4. But anyway, one of those times, 4 or 5, so 2-3 hours ago, we broke out of this area. And so we could actually see another test of this $11.37 range to go to the top of this wedge. But there is resistance right here at $10. This is a big resistance level. We did wick up and get a little bit above it, but we are also going to have another resistance area at $10.89. So these are the areas that I'm going to be looking to. We might hit a snag somewhere at $10.56. But if we can break above these levels and we see that volume go up, we're not going to go up to 12 without more volume. We did break out of this RSI, but we don't have, look at this volume trending downwards like this. We need to see some big spikes up in volume. And if we get this volume, we actually broke out here without a lot of volume, but to sustain this movement to the upside, to keep this from just, wicking up there and going back down, we need to see this volume hit $200, $300, $400, $500 million. And then we can really start to see this move to the upside. I don't know that we're actually going to be retesting. If we can close this candle in say the next hour or two above this, let's say $9.36 ish. Let's just say 9.40, yeah, like 9.36. We'll say if we can close, let's say 9.41. We'll say 941. If we can close above 941, there is a good possibility of us at least going back to touch 1090. But if we don't, we might just bounce off this $10 level, and we could see the bottom of this wedge eventually happen at 833. Because we have seen a lot of volatility. I'm just being honest with you. I don't want to see this. but we could see a move down to about that $8.30 range before a move back to the upside. Now, this doesn't need to happen. The whales normally don't like to just push it to 8 and then 10 and then 8, but they could. Let's get rid of all this and look at this. So this is going to coincide with this big breakout area. This is an area that I see us going to. $12.83. Now, as you see, this goes to the top and just kind of gives us these areas that we are going to see. Okay, so this could be a big area, 1082, which is exactly in line with this other move and my other line as well. So this is a big area that I'm going to be watching, the 0786 on the 4 hour. This is a big level, and as you see, we did touch this the 0.5 and between the 0.5 and the 0.618. So I see a possible test of 1080 coming very soon. That it just looks like everything is chilled there. So I'm really going to look at this 4 hour chart, because this is the most bullish chart that we have right now. I want to get some more indicators. We have the EMA 21. Let's look at where this EMA 50 is. Okay, so we have the EMA 50 at 917. These are going to be big areas, and we did briefly wick below and test these and broke out. We were able to test this as support and break out. So this is going to be a nice level to watch. From 915 all the way up to 930, there's going to be some nice support if we can close this candle above there. But we also need to get it to close above 936 to 941. That's where we need it to close at least. So that's where I'm looking. If we get the Bollinger Band out here, the RSI is looking beautiful right now on the 4 hour, though. Definitely have to say that. So delete that. Let's get the Bolly out here. Okay. So it does look like we did break the median price at 932. This is another area of support. We're going to have all sorts of support right here. We have the EMA 50. We have the Bollinger Band simple moving average that we are above. So this is good. And hopefully if this candle goes up, we open up this Bollinger Band and we see a nice little move like we saw here when it opened up last time. And you see this mouth kind of open up. If we get that mouth to open up like that, we could really, see these moves up to this $10.89 area. This is what I'm looking for. Now, if it goes down to 861, I'm going to be, loading my bags. And then I'd have a bigger purchase down here. Like I said, at 8, I'd probably do 835, maybe 840, to have those good buy orders down here, because this is going to be a big support level. It doesn't look like we're going to be breaking this level anytime soon. But, if we do, I would have another big order down at 736, and then I'd have another huge order down at 650. That's the worst case scenarios, and I don't think those are going to happen, but I always show you because sometimes things happen that I don't want to, and but those are the areas I'd really be watching on the long term. Now, if we go to this monthly, we're almost at the end of this month. This is going to be one of the biggest indicators going forward for us if we can really get above these certain areas on the monthly. Now, the Bollinger Band down here is just really crazy looking. Look at that. Weird looking Bollinger on there. But let's get a EMA 9 on the monthly. Let's get rid of that. EMA 9 on the monthly. I really want to see if there's been 9 months. We are up. Oh my God, this is huge, everybody. 573. Let's look. Was it the 21? 573. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This is it right here. This is the level we need to watch. 1253. This is going to be the next level because we've never been above this before. The 21-month moving average, which is almost 2 years. So we are reaching the apex of this downward trending movement where we're going to see, a possible even intersect with the EMA 9 at 571, because that'll go up. This is going down. We could see a crossover, kind of golden cross-ish. It's not an actual golden cross, but golden cross adjacent, we can call that. So this is the big area though. And as you see, we wicked up and touched that already. It's like a magnet pulling us up, and we go there and then it pushes us down. It's like, a magnet, and then you get too close and it pushes you away. It gets you in, pushes you away. It gets you in, pushes you away. Depending on which way you look at it. So that's pretty huge. Now the weekly, we're going to see if we're overbought, right? Let's get this RSI back out here. RSI. Yeah, we're still overbought, which means this is above 70, which means there's some selling pressure. But on the weekly, we're good. It does look like we have an ascending triangle forming here, some sort of ascending triangle or bull flag on the weekly. Or not, it could be the start of a bull flag. We could see that, but it just, it just doesn't look right. But we could also see, some sort of W pattern form here, or like just a V-shaped recovery, I would like to say. There's not a lot that I can show you on here, but we need this volume to keep staying, even if it's red for right now. We need this volume to turn green on this week and start pumping to the upside. So, but those are the levels I'd watch for sure. Be looking towards that, $10 area to get above, going to about 1050, all the way up to that 1080 area. And we can break that out there with volume, possibly that $12 area from $12.50 to $13. And then watch these levels down here. I'd definitely be watching, like I said, about 750 and then about 830 something. We got to close above 930 though. That's 930, 941, 936, 941. That's where we need to close. And if we do, then we're going to continue to move to the upside. If we don't, it's going to get volatile, and we're going to go possibly back down to $9, even $8. That's what's going to happen. If we can break and sustain the volume, we're going to move to the upside for sure. And that's why I tell you both. I can't tell you what's going to happen without knowing, there's not a pattern that has broken out or is starting to break out. So, for sure. So, we need RSI to cool off anyways. Very good point. I see Elon as a good opportunity after so much accumulation between community 2.5 year ago. Okay. All right. Get some Caspa. Caspa. Okay. Well, I've heard of Caspa. Never really looked into it. ICP is cheap. It'll go for $20 quick in 3 or 4 months. Bet. He said, I bet. He said, bet. Anybody who wants bets, bet it. No. I think I'll wait for potential drawback before adding. Hey, you have a plan. Execute that plan. Watch those levels. Definitely, I would always set, some in a little bit above those levels, because sometimes it likes to wick right above where you put your price in. That's crypto for you, though. I don't think it'll draw back much anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure we might see any drawbacks lower than $8. That's what I'm saying. So if it does go to 8, that's you not financial advice, but look at it. Having around April, yeah. I mean, it just creates supply shock in the whole industry. So thank you guys for coming tonight. We are going to call it an evening. Let's just say Happy New Year. I hope you guys are ready for this recap video, because it's going to be fire. There's so much that happened in the internet computer this year. Channel's doing great. ICP is doing great. We're going to have a good video. I do more research now because you guys watch more. So I put more in, you put more in, we all win together. So, and let's make money. That's the point though. And I want to know on your future videos, when we get in the chat, let me know how much you're in the profit on ICP. Let me know your average buy. And if you want to share how much ICP you hold, that is cool too. All right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bam!